All right, there is the spot. All right, everybody, welcome. We're doing a little creek fishing today, and not only that, we're gonna be testing out an on-the-line underwater camera. This is the Canfish CamX camera. There's some links down in the description if you want to check it out. I'm going to be talking about it today. First, I'm going to show you a quick unboxing, show you what you get with this camera, and then we are going to test it out and see if we can see some creek fish bite our line, okay? Okay, so here's the Canfish CamX camera. It's pretty small, pretty compact and lightweight. It fits pretty easily on your fishing line. It comes pretty much ready to go. All you gotta do is charge it with the wireless charger, which is pretty nice. It also comes with this little floating device, which can serve as a bobber. You put the camera inside facing down, and it faces down toward your hook while you're bobber fishing, and you can see fish from above. Some of my other favorite things about this camera, it's got a 136-degree ultra-wide angle. It has 138 minutes of battery life, so that's over 2 hours you can film with this. It also has night vision. It has green lights that turn on when you throw it into dark water. All right, let's try it out and see if it works. Okay, so this is the Canfish CamX camera. And there's an on-off button here. I just talked about how I've got it hooked up here, so here's my 8-pound fluoro going to my hook. Here is my 20-pound fluoro going to my rod. The idea is this is not going to break if I get snagged, but this will break and we'll get the camera back. So here's the on button. I'm going to click that on, and then I think I'm going to need my phone for this. First I need to go to settings on my phone. Okay, so there's the Canfish Wi-Fi. It's connecting. Got my camera turned on. Okay, it says that it's connected, so now I'm going to go back to the Canfish app, which I've already downloaded. There we go. Entering the camera, it says. Okay, so it's seeing me. So that's what we're recording right now. And it looks like we are in the process. So I think it said that this will shut off once it gets down in the water, and we won't be able to see what we recorded until afterwards. But let's just see. I'm going to throw on a worm here. Lay my phone down for just a second. All right, so we're just going to go with a big hunk of night crawler, and we'll see what's living down below this little whirlpool here. So one important thing that I've already thought about, and that you need to think about if you're going to use this camera, is you need to look for the clearest water possible. Kind of like I've talked about with other underwater cameras in the past. The key to having success with one of these cameras is to have really clear water, and then everything looks great. I'd say the visibility is a couple feet, maybe 3 feet. I don't know. It's usually, this is one of the clearest places I know to fish, so that's why I'm here. All right, let's cast it out. Okay. So it looks like I've lost the signal, so it should still be recording. See if I can feel a bite. Yep, I'm getting a bite. Got one. Oh man, I hope we're recording this. I got something. I got something. Can you guys see that? Hopefully you guys can see that. It feels like a decent fish. It's actually a small largemouth. Okay. That's pretty cool. We caught one with the camera. Hopefully I was able to capture that. And there it is. LMB. This is kind of cool because I can scout and see what's down there. If I get a bite, I can stop and see what's down there. That's kind of neat. Oh, there goes that was a bass. This is really cool. And then I think there's a button here. We'll have to check later. I think this is a button here where I can maybe airdrop it onto my computer or something like that. So I do love the fact that we're seeing. I saw some catfish. I saw some suckers. It looked like a drum. There might have been a walleye. Just gonna let that camera sit on bottom so they're not spooked by it. It'll just kind of look like a rock, hopefully. Or I felt something. Maybe the camera hit something. I like letting it sit on that sand. That was giving me a really nice image, just letting it kind of sit on the sand and let it. I've got good light penetration. It's the middle of the day. I chose the middle of the day on purpose. Oh, there was a bite. Yep, oh, I saw him flash. Oh. Well, we can probably look back and see what that was. My line broke. Huh. That broke my line. I saw him flash in the pool. Let's go back and see what that was, huh? Let's see if we captured that guy. That looks like a drum. Yep, that's a drum. Oh, that was a drum on my hook. we could have been guessing what fish we lost right there, but now we know it was a drum. All right, hitting the record button. Again, I cannot see what I'm recording. If I disconnected the app and reconnected it, I think I'd be able to see that, but that's okay. I can look at it afterwards, and that's the most important thing. All right, down there we go. Big kerplunk, get their attention. All right, let that camera settle in and get a good view of what's about to bite. There's at least one other hole that I want to check out. I want to throw it over here in the rapids on the right, but I know it's going to be an instant snag. There's some sort of a tree or big rock in there, something that I always get snagged on, so I don't even want to mess with that. But it just goes to show you that just because they're not biting doesn't mean they're not down there. There's a ton of fish down below this thing. And I've got a live worm sitting there and they don't want to bite it. Pretty crazy. There's catfish down there. Red horse, drum. Oh no, that one went clear off to the right. We'll see if anything bites that. How long have we been recording here? Those catfish, those channel catfish are nowhere to be found anymore. Some of those other species I was seeing at first. Let's try way down there. I'm getting bit, I think. It's a little bit harder to tell when you're getting bit with the camera, especially if it's a small fish. We don't have that telegraph wire going all the way to the fish. It kind of ends, my feeling, ends at the camera, and then there's a separate string going away from the camera, so I don't have that nice telegraph wire leading from me to the fish, if that makes sense. So I can't feel as well when I'm getting a bite. There's one. There's a bite. Feels small. Oh, that could be Snag City over there. That's Snag City, yep. There we go, drift that way. I feel better about once it comes to the right. Yeah, that's better. There's a fish. Whoa, 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 man. What a take that was. Might be a smallie, a decent one. Oh, he looks like a good sized fish. Oh, I lost him. Oh, shoot. That was a bigger smallie than I've caught out of this creek for a long time. I gotta look and see what that was. There he goes. Yeah, that's a smallie. Pretty violent fight. We'll see if maybe we're sacrificing a little bit of catchability, if you will. We'll see if we're sacrificing catchability in order to get these images. Which could be the case. All right, we're right. Oh, there's a fish. I think that was a fish. That's one thing I'm having real trouble with, is telling when I got a bite. The camera's heavy enough that it kind of, you know, it's one small thing to keep in mind with this. I can't tell when they're biting very well. If it was a bigger fish, it'd be no problem, but these fish aren't that big, so I'm leaving that rod there. What do I have in my pockets that's gonna get all wet? My camera, of course. How much deeper are we willing to go? These fish over here that are moving gonna care that I'm just walking right up the stream towards them? I don't know. For sure we're disturbing these fish, but sometimes creek fish will kind of go back to what they were doing pretty quickly. Wouldn't be a creek fishing expedition if I didn't get my shorts wet. I mean, I was looking pretty dry there for a second. Okay, let's not snag the camera as our last act here. Okay. Ooh, look at all the mud I'm putting out. That's awesome. Love that. big old splash. Let's see what's down there. Probably a big old tree. Yep, the fish are right in front of me. Okay, so I cast in there a few times. I didn't feel any bites. I would have thought that there was nothing happening, but you can see that my bait was absolutely getting mobbed. I'm gonna shut this off just because it is running low on batteries. I think we're gonna come back in about 2 days and we're gonna smash them. These fish they're not in the right mood right now for some reason. Probably the high water, but I think we're gonna come back in a couple days and we're gonna absolutely crush them. All right, everybody, welcome. This is, I think, day 3 of this little extravaganza. I've been doing fishing for about an hour or so each little time. I'm just kind of finding little nuggets of time that I can actually get out here and fish. We're trying to spot that you've seen me fish before. The water has really dropped. It's really clear. Got a lot of sun overhead. I think we're gonna be able to see some fish in there. I've got my Canfish CamX hooked up. I'm gonna cast it over here into this juicy hole right here. And we're gonna see what's down there. I think so far, I was counting, I think we've seen on the camera at least 12, if not maybe 13 species, which is pretty incredible. That's a new record for me. We're gonna see if we can see any more. But, so we could get more than the 12 or 13 that we have so far. Let's see what we can see down there. It says it's recording right there. I can see the image. Okay, tied on a new leader. I'm about, you can see I'm about, what's that, a foot and a half behind the camera. I'm putting it pretty close. Ooh, that's in a good spot. I like that spot. Okay, it's deep. We just hit bottom. Just dragging it slowly along the bottom. Nobody nibbling yet. I was in here a couple weeks ago and I was getting wipers biting like crazy, like little wipers. So I'm hoping to see some of those on the camera. But I'm not even getting any nibbles. Just strange. Okay. Oh, there I got it. I got my worm stolen. Let's see what's on there. Let's see what we can see now. Oh, there was a wiper right there chasing it. You see that? There's another wiper. Yep, there's a little wiper. Really small, but okay, so now we know. Keep going, there are wipers in here. Let's get one of those wipers. Pretty good cast. Right in the center there. I'm just gonna leave it for a while. I'm always tempted to give it a little tug just to see if anything's on there. Because I've been noticing a lot that they've been picking it up and spitting it out real quick. Once they feel that jig head, they kind of pick it up and spit it out. Oh, there's a bite. Just had a pretty good bite, I think. Okay, did they steal it? Oh, there's sunfish following me in. Yep, I think I'm getting sunfished. Darn it. Just thread it on like a jig. Hope for the best. Try over there this time. Big splash on entry. right into the middle of where I'm seeing them. It's so deep right there. Oh, there's a bite. Got one. Feels pretty good. This might be a wiper. Oh yeah, baby, we got one. We got one. Small wiper. I wonder if we saw him eat on camera. Oh, there we go. Been seeing you down there, bud. There he is. Success. Okay, so it seems they want movement. So that kind of makes it rough on the camera. That kind of makes it hard to see. But we might have to supply a little bit of movement. I do have another rod that we can cast in with. That's kind of what I've been doing, is taking it, like using this camera as a scouting tool. You know, where I can see, cast in there, the bait attracts the fish and I see what fish are grabbing it and missing it. And then I can come back in with the scouting, or with the actual rod that doesn't have a camera. Let's try over there a little bit. So then I can come back in with my secondary rod that doesn't have a camera on it and I can catch all the fish. That's kind of what I've been doing. I felt something. Oh, there's one. Looks like another bass. They want it moving. That is a largie, I think. It's so hard to tell in this creek because there's so much hybridization. That looks like a little largie. Sorry, I didn't show him very well, but there you see him down there. Okay. I think they're ready to hit the artificials. They were kind of screwed up after the water went way up and way down, and it was so much high water for so long. That kind of screwed them up. Whoa, he hit it hard. Now we got him biting. That's a sunfish though. Green sunfish. He is already on our species list. Gave me my worm back, thanks dude. They're getting more aggressive. Hopefully you guys are seeing some underwater strikes or underwater activity. I'm not seeing anything right now, but I think they're starting to associate food with the camera, and so the camera's actually getting them pretty fired up. Just gonna let it sit there for a while, even though they're probably stealing my worm. Oh, I felt one. Oh, there he is. Oh, I had him. He still was trying to get it. Let's try over here further. You guys seen anything? Seen anything down there? Anything interesting? I can't wait to look. It's one of the addictive things about this. Wow, that's deep. There's a fish. They're hitting me. Got him. That feels bigger. What's that? Oh, it's a drum. I thought it was something else. Guy hammered it. You guys see him bite? We better go look. That is a anorexic, skinny looking drum. There's so much food up in this creek. I don't know how these drum get to look like this. There's so many shad, so many bait fish. I don't know why they get to looking so scurvy, but he doesn't look so good. All right. I haven't even tried over here to the right yet. Oh man, might have hit myself on a rock there, the camera. Gotta be gentle. Just gonna leave it sitting there. Hopefully the camera has a good view. It's over where I caught that drum. There's a fish. Yep, feels pretty good. Another drum. That's another drum. Huh. Drum are active over here. Got the camera pointed a little bit down, but there he is. That's a better looking drum. That's a healthy looking one. Kind of shiny colors. Still, the smallies and largemouth there are really kind of being jerks. They don't want anything to do with it. There we go, right in the deep spot. Still dropping. I think I already got a bite. Yeah, the fish are on it instantly. Thought I had a bite. Got him. Doesn't feel bad. Is this another drum? Nope, that's a bass. Maybe they want it over here in the deep spot. Pretty good largemouth. I don't catch them much bigger than that. Okay, there we go. Oh, he's not that big. He's not that big. Still, I liked him. Okay, they seem to be really loaded over here. Taking a long time for that camera to get down to the bottom. Oh, there I finally hit. There's one. Got him. That looks like a wiper, maybe. Oh yeah, look at him in that clear water. Really cool. A little bigger than the other one, maybe. Cool. This guy, can already tell he's gonna be a giant someday. Nice looking fish. Really patterned up. The water came down finally in this creek after it's been high like all year. It finally came down about 3 or 4, maybe 5 days ago. And it's just kind of stabilizing now, and I think now the fish are just starting to get bitey again. That first day that we did at the waterfall, the fish were really finicky, but I have to revisit that spot because I think their moods are changing now. There we go. I think I had a bite. Got him. Feels bigger. Another wiper. Oh, I lost him. Darn it. Oh, that was a little bit bigger one. He was putting up a good fight. I got the medium action rod, so a lot of these fish don't feel that big, but that guy felt legit. Future 10-pounder. Lots of wipers down there. Finally hit bottom. Something's nibbling. They like it when I slowly pull it away from them. Yep, he robbed me. Just the price of doing business. I bet we're seeing a lot of cool things down there, aren't we? Wish you guys could tell me what was down there right now. I'm not gonna look. I'm gonna have it be a surprise when I get home. All right, I just broke off in the money hole, so now I'm a little bit gun shy. I'll have to look on the camera and see what's down there. It must be a stick, maybe. Over there, it looked like it was a rock, so I'm kind of getting some information on what snags exist and where they are and what they are. It's another helpful little nugget there to have in my back pocket. Ooh, hope that didn't hit a rock. See if we can keep them getting snagged. Got a fish. Ooh, what's that? It's like a walleye. I don't think I've ever caught a walleye out of this hole. It's funny how the walleye tend to stack up in certain places, and there, it's probably the first walleye of the video. I've seen a lot on camera. Finally got one, a little cigar. And he's dead. Nope, he's gone. Wonder how big a walleye could be sitting down there. Saw some little bit bigger ones on camera before, but oh, there's another fish on it. Got him. Might get the smallie on board. We haven't got one of those yet, and I've seen a bunch of them on camera. Nice little smallie. We're getting a lot of fish. This place is loaded. Put a big hunk of crawler on, and he liked it. All right, so let's get some final conclusions on this Canfish CamX camera. So I thought I was gonna have a big technical talk on things to do, things not to do, all that stuff. But actually it turns out that it's very user-friendly. It's super easy to use. So I guess one final thing, if we wanted to get a little bit technical, that I could say, it's really not that hard, but in terms of exporting the files, so once you record, you wanna make sure you hit stop. You don't just shut off the camera because I think you'll lose the file. When you're ready to stop, stop the camera, and then when you're at the end of the day, you'll see your files in the app. And basically what I did was I just airdropped those to my computer, and then I was able to use them in this video. So that's pretty easy. So anyway, we captured 14 species. That's the most I've ever captured in this creek. I think 10 was my record if you count catching, but we were counting fish that we saw on the camera this time, and we were able to see a lot more than we could actually catch. If you want to check it out, go down in the links in the description. I believe there will be a discount, and you can put in that code, put in my code, and get a discount for this camera if you want. Anyway, 2 thumbs up from me. We'll probably use this camera in the future. For sure we will use it. And yeah, get some information on what's swimming down there. Maybe we'll use it for night fishing. I think that would be kind of fun. I just have to think of an application of when I could use it for night fishing, but that would be pretty cool, I think. All right, everybody. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you next time on Backroads Angling. Bye.